Good morning. Today a mantra from the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Since we're having a lovely snow over here at Ananda Ashram, and it's expected to continue all day long. So these are the elements, how to deal with the elements. And that's why I think this came to mind. Let us chant first and then see. Om Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Payino Nityas Agama Payino Nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata. Let me go a little higher. Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Payino Nityas Agama Payino Nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata. And Gita means song, so let us sing it together. Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agama Payino Nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata. So Bhagavad Gita means the song of the Lord. But actually it's a dialogue. Naturally, the Lord is speaking more. There's going to be a question here and there or a statement here and there by Arjuna, the disciple, so the teacher and the student. And everybody has many names in Sanskrit. Arjuna is the main name of the prince who was the disciple in this story. Kaunteya is another name of his. Bharata is used. And the teacher is Shri Krishna. He has many names, but he's speaking right now. Matra Sparsha. This Sparshas is a Sparsha, same meaning. Sparsha means contact, touching. And Matra is actually very similar to matter, and it does mean matter also. It means the elements. It means measurement to start with, so all the measurable things in the universe, all the elements. Matra Sparsha, contacts with the elements. That's not just through touch, but seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling touch. Tu just means indeed here. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Kunti was Arjuna's mother. So it is Arjuna. It could be any of us feeling addressed. If we feel addressed, then let us see. Shitoshna. That's a compound word, and actually sounds tend to melt together if they can in Sanskrit. There was a Shita word, and then an Ushna word, and A and U always make O, like in A, U, making Om. Shita, Ushna follows the same law, Shitoshna. So you need to know a little bit grammar, a little bit vocabulary, so I'm telling. Shita is cold, Ushna is hot. And this is enumerated here, what can be cold and hot. Sukha means pleasure or happiness. Dukkha means pain, misery. Da at the end of a compound like this means giving. Latin also da is to give, dare. Sanskrit also da is to give. So compound word, giving rise to sensations, cold and hot, pleasure and pain, and they all apply psychologically as well, physically and psychologically, because there's no real division there. So sometimes cool is welcome, and sometimes it's too much. Sometimes heat and warmth is very welcome, and sometimes it's too hot, like certain countries, seasons. So whatever happens, is it up to us? Are the seasons up to us? Stop the winter, I want to jump to summer. This is not going to help. How graciously can we deal with the elements? And yes, the teaching of the Gita is that we are not this body, mind, and the senses. We are something beyond. If we can feel that, then the elements don't give us trouble so much. But that is a practice, right? Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, Da. Meanwhile, these contacts create these feelings and experiences. Agama pa, that is also a compound word. And the O is an ah. Agama means arrival or coming of something. Apayana, apaya is going away. So they have coming and going. They do come and go, come and go. Therefore they're called anitya. There's a a hidden in this apostrophe. Anitya. Nitya is eternal. Anitya is the opposite. Non-eternal, not lasting. No heat will last forever and ever and ever. No cold will last forever and ever and ever. No pleasure, no pain, no anything. So anitya, it's a fact. How to suggest to yourself to get through a stretch of, suppose, extreme cold, which I'm grateful we're not having that right now. Who knows when it comes? Extreme heat, extreme cold, extreme pain can come. We don't know the laws of karma. We don't remember our life, or this life even. We cannot remember our past lives easily. Maybe those who feel they remember, they also... How can we be sure? Therefore, these are the laws of karma, the changing of happiness into misery, and misery again into happiness, heat into cold, and cold into heat. But one thing is for sure, nothing ever lasts forever. The whole universe doesn't last forever. It lasts as long as anything can last. Bhagavad Gita itself teaches the universe is not eternal either. It will go back into the unmanifest state at the end of the cycle, which will be like a night for all beings, day and night of the cosmos. So certainly our temporary conditions in this lifetime are not eternal either. What does that do for us? Well, Tans titikshasva, that is the teaching, the advice given. Tans is tan sparshan. Those contacts and those sensations, titikshasva, bear them patiently. Titiksha is a noun, means patience, forbearance. And titikshasva is the verb. It's an imperative. Bear them patiently, O Arjuna, O Bharata, descendant of Bharata. Titikshasva, it's an interesting word, titiksha. You can just pronounce it and imagine. There's a serenity prayer, right, in the Christian tradition. O Lord, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. That's this part. And then courage to change the things I can. Yes, you can collect firewood in time, so you have it in the winter. You can change suffering. You can affect that. That's an example. Or you pay your heating bill, then you will have heat from the company. Those are things you can change, but you can change the winter, the fall changing into winter, winter into spring, spring into summer, etc., etc. So, and wisdom to know the difference between what I can change and what I cannot change. That is a full wisdom teaching in the West. This wisdom, whether Eastern or Western, it's the same wisdom, right? And here, the first part is given. Of course, it is surrounded, this verse is surrounded by teachings about our immortal soul already. Let us chant it again. Om Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada Agamapayino Nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata. This is the verse that has 8 syllables per line, per pada. They call it a leg or a foot, like 4 feet. First, second, third, fourth pada, or foot. Any poem, any verse form. And many melodies. You cannot change the basic rhythm because the words have either short or long vowels, light or heavy syllables. But you can change melodies. Matrasparshastu kaunteya Matrasparshastu kaunteya Shitoshna sukha dukkada Shitoshna sukha dukkada Agamapayino nityas Agamapayino nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata Matrasparshastu kaunteya Matrasparshastu kaunteya Shitoshna sukha dukkada Shitoshna sukha dukkada Agamapayino nityas Agamapayino nityas Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata Tanstitikshasva Bharata. Comprehensive translation once more. O Kaunteya, O Arjuna, or student of life, the contacts with the elements give rise to cold and hot and pleasure and pain. They come and they go. They're not everlasting. They're not eternal. Therefore, O Bharata, O Arjuna, tolerate them, bear them patiently, work on your own inner experience rather than trying to change what you cannot change. Om Shanti Shanti. Thank you.